Where did you get your? And why won't you tell me? I gatekeep. It's exclusive pleasure. It's a part of life that I've discovered that you can't get. Well, you got it. I want it. The fact that you don't have it is the best part. Brother, sister, do you understand what I'm saying? I searched high and low to get this thing that you don't have. If you had it, I'd probably throw it away. Do you understand what I'm saying? This gate is being kept if I'm the one keeping it.
Gatekeeping. The activity of controlling and usually limiting general access to something. Or basically, trying to deny someone access into a certain community or hobby because of either their lack of knowledge, skill, or even their age. In the era of the internet where anything can be discovered with just a few clicks, it has become harder for things to remain niche and underground, ranging from things like music, entertainment, and fashion. This has led to people forming the annoying habit of gatekeeping. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. It's something that I've been very guilty of throughout my life. I could go on all day about the movies, TV shows, YouTubers, and musicians that I refused to share with anyone because I thought that it was a me thing. And I would get mad as hell when some of those things caught steam and became popular because it felt like someone had just taken away something from me that made me feel special and unique. But I've recently come to a realization that it's so unnecessary and actually does more harm than good both to you and the thing you're gatekeeping. Like, imagine being an underground artist, right? You've been grinding for years and slowly gaining an audience. I'm talking like you've got 50 mixtapes out, hoping that maybe one day you can get that big break and sign to a record label. But there's a problem. Your fans. You're here grinding every day and promoting your music constantly. Your fans are in your comments spamming, "Don't like TikTok, find this." And guess what? Years later, you're still in the same position and never really made it to that next level. All because the very people that were supposed to bring you up were holding you back by shutting down every single opportunity you've ever had to make it big. But hey, at least they can get some respect points for listening to this artist that no one else knows because they're so niche and cool and not like everyone else. And look, as an avid gatekeeper myself, I understand. It doesn't feel good to be a loyal and real fan of an artist and then see all these new crop of people come in and ruin your fun just because they heard one song off TikTok. But if you're running around here claiming to be a real fan, wouldn't you want your favorite artist to blow up and gain a larger audience either way? Wouldn't it feel good seeing them performing in bingo halls to selling out arenas? How do you expect the new fans to become real fans when you're putting them down and not even giving them a chance to actually dive deeper into that artist's discography? I mean, look at people like Yeet or Doja Cat. Basically, the whole reason they're as big as they are now is because they had songs that gained traction off TikTok. Does that make their music bad now that they're mainstream? Absolutely not. But you want this artist you've been listening to for the past decade to stay in the same position just because you don't want the fake TikTok fans to ruin your fun? That's a bit selfish if you ask me. It doesn't only end with music though. Even though I've been leaning heavily against gatekeeping lately, one area I still feel like I'm gonna gatekeep heavily is fashion. And I'm not a huge fashion head, but I like the style I have. And I'm not trying to have anybody steal or try to replicate it. We are not twins. I would risk my life if it meant me not telling you where I bought my damn clothes.
Yo, where did you get the shoes? Tell me. Barnes & Noble. I got it from Barnes & Noble. Yo, where the did you get the shoes?
This is purely because I think fashion is an extension of your personality. People can get a pretty basic idea of the kind of person you are through what you wear. It's still one of the only areas in life where you can still manage to stand out and be unique. So if there's anything I'm still heavy on gatekeeping, fashion's up there. But the crazy thing is, gatekeeping could also show up in places you wouldn't even expect, like the gym. Now, not all people in the gym are like this, and there are some people that are willing to help others out. But you'd be surprised by the amount of gym bros that would rather sit and criticize a person that's new to the gym rather than offering some assistance as an experienced gym goer. And it's like, dude, don't be a dickhead. We're all here for one reason. Why not use your experience to help that person so they know how to do the right thing? Because you're only stunting their growth and killing their confidence by knowing that they're doing something wrong and giving them weird looks or even recording them. Help a brother out and be of assistance instead of sitting there and mocking him for using the machines wrong. One thing I find weird is that some people gatekeep food as well. Imagine that. Something humans need to survive off of. You're trying to deny access to it just because you want to feel special and unique? Why post the food on your story if you're not even gonna tell me where you got it from? I want to have a good meal as well. It's not that deep. And on the other hand, it's like, dude, the internet exists. I can find wherever you got those clothes you're wearing. I can find that artist you're not telling me about. And I can definitely find the restaurant whose food you don't want me to eat. And I can do it all with a few clicks. Hell, I might even find something better than whatever you're gatekeeping. So come on, just share the information. It will not hurt you in any way, I can guarantee. The last point I want to make is that sometimes it can feel good to put someone else on to stuff that you like. I have a friend who, when I met him, he claimed that he was the biggest Kanye West fan ever and that he bumped all of his music. But all he knew of his music was Yeezus and everything after that. Now my initial thought was to look down upon him and call him a fake fan that doesn't really know anything about Kanye's music. But then I had a change of heart, and instead of doing that, I introduced him to the College Dropout albums and my personal favorite of all time, Twisted Fantasy. And now till this day, we both enjoy those albums and have a deeper appreciation for an artist who he was already a huge fan of. And it feels good that I decided to expand his music palette instead of shaming him for not being aware of his other music. Or at least it felt good until recently. If you've made it this far into the video and you're still not convinced of how pointless gatekeeping is, then I just want to leave you with this. Just think of any skill you've learned over the past few years. Think about the fact that if those YouTube tutorials didn't exist, you probably wouldn't know how to do that thing. That's because someone out there decided not to gatekeep their knowledge and put it out there so that you could learn for free. And look, I'm aware that some things depend on gatekeeping to be successful. Luxury clothes and watches wouldn't be a thing if everyone knew about them. That's what makes them luxury. That's what makes them special and worth purchasing. In that avenue, it makes complete sense. But when it comes to normal hobbies and interests, many reasons people have for gatekeeping are kind of pointless in my opinion. Meeting someone with a shared interest should be a way for you to form a connection, and you're only ruining it by being a gatekeeper. And I'm not claiming that I'm gonna do a complete 180 and fully stop this habit, because I can't deny that I still kinda like the feeling of having something that feels like my own. But I think we should only do it to a certain extent, and we should be more open about sharing things we like with others. But anyways, that's all I have to say about the topic. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments, what's your stance on gatekeeping? Are you for it? Are you against it? Let me know. But that's it from me today. Y'all stay safe and I'm out.
Yeah, I'm riding in a motherfucking Harley, but my name not Davidson. Nigga, I am the sin. Yo, partner, tag me in. We are some swaggy men. Oh, okay. I'm the best rapper alive. Me and my girl like Bonnie and Clyde. Open her legs up wide. Okay. Wow. Alright. Whoa.